Hi, this is Shining, and thank you for joining me. I started seated in this video to give a nod towards all the old photos where they're at the edge of the stage and that moment before they're getting up to actively dance. I'm also referencing Nazal Adol in her mention of the dance of the fat ladies, or the seated dance that the matron Awalim would do sometimes, that features in the German documentary that she was mentioned in. A lot of my motions here are coming from an amalgamation of early Egyptian movie clips. You can see a lot of influence of Nazal Adol, Naboya Mustafa, who's one of my favorites, along with some of their contemporaries. There are also some foreign travel account descriptions of movement that I try and actively incorporate, talking about the jerking motions of the hips on top of shimmies, small shuffling steps. There's even a mention of a chassé forward and back in a group dance, so I've tried to incorporate elements of those things into what I'm doing. There's also, if you look in some of the earliest video clips, a lot of small pelvic undulations. There's this sort of one-sided hip motion and a limping step combined with that in one of the written accounts. So I'm trying to just let those inform me and be creative, since the music I'm working with here is, it's not authentic Egyptian flavor. They're American artists learning how to play Arab music. So I have to take account some of that into mind. Now this is another Nazla Adol reference to the Sumbati routine. She tends to do a lot of buttocks quivering, and she does this thing that you're going to see here, where she does a little acrobatic feats by, showing off her flexibility and kind of teasing people with this little quiver. So this is my version of that. And you gotta recover that. That's ill. This is probably my favorite movement, and it's definitely something that I have been studying Naboya Mustafa to try and figure out. But there's a lot of early dancers who do some variation of that movement, sometimes with a back bend, sometimes where it really extends forward. She does some variation of this movement as well in small sections of her clips. This is one of those moments where I'm trying to experiment with the, maybe small jerking sensations. What were these unidentifiable movements that the Europeans were seeing that they couldn't really describe, that they didn't have a vocabulary for, that are within the realm of abstract torso-articulated movement that we see in early Raqs Sharqi. Something like this section here. In a lot of the foreign travel accounts, there's also this mention of constantly circling the stage space or turning about on the spot. So I've tried to incorporate some of these elements of movement and stationary movements, traveling steps and then stationary movements into this piece. Thanks, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below.